All right. Good afternoon. Hope everybody's families is doing great. We had a tough loss this past weekend. I thought our guys played hard, and one thing I pointed out to them, and I raised my hand when I said this, you know, sometimes you learn lessons in life, but sometimes this game can give us lessons. The thing that we have to realize as a unit is not to take the little things for granted. And so that was the biggest lesson out of all of it. We've taken that lesson, and now we've applied it to each and every day. Just like we always discuss, we live in the moment. The only thing that matters is what we do today, and we're going to continue with that motto and make sure that we understand how the little things, equates to value. With that said, I'm all ears.
You take what you get with Patrick when he has the interception, but obviously Clyde had his first fumble. What was that conversation like with him to kind of keep his spirits up on the way back from Baltimore?
You know what? And you got to understand, I've been in that situation as a player. So as a former player, I know I didn't want anybody speaking to me, okay? And I know Clyde didn't want to talk to anyone because obviously emotions are running high. But when the dust settles, the only thing that you want to do is put your arm around them, okay? Nobody goes out there to intentionally fumble the ball. Nobody goes out there to intentionally throw an interception. But those are things that we can't take for granted in those defining moments. We got to do a better job of taking care of the football. And when it's all said and done with, Clyde will learn from this. Clyde's a tremendous football player. He's a great kid, and we're looking forward to him winning more games than helping us to win more games than what we ever could imagine. So I'm fired up and excited about making sure that our guys put that game behind them and continue chopping wood.
How has he bounced back from these types of things in the past?
You know what? It seemed like he's doing good. I mean, we had a great conversation yesterday. I thought yesterday probably was his most prolific practice. And that's not saying that he doesn't always come out there and practice hard. But I thought he did a heck of a job because his focus is in a different place. And I'll say this, and so I think you guys have heard me say this before. Sometimes without any bad luck, we wouldn't have any good luck at all. Sometimes you need to be humbled, and things happen, But for whatever reason, we had to go through that experience. But now our job is to make sure we're focused on the prize, okay? The prize has always been to win to win the AFC West. And the only way we can get that done, we have to take care of business this up-and-coming weekend.
You talked about lessons and stuff like that, and I know we've asked you this before about the run game, and you mentioned how 7 yards is considered a run. But when you go back and you look at, and I had a picture of it, time of possession, 36 minutes, 24 minutes to you all. How important is it for you all to really try to establish a run game to set the tempo for you all, so you don't have to feel like you always have to rely on Patrick and the arm and quick plays and stuff, so you don't find yourself in a situation like you did Sunday night.
Running the football is always important. One thing I compliment Baltimore on, first of all, they did a great job of running the football. They did a great job with of chewing up time on the clock. But when it was all said and done with, it didn't make a difference how great we ran the football, all right, or how poorly we ran the football. We still gave ourselves a chance to win in those defining moments. And one thing that we understand here, it's not about the stats. You guys have heard me say this. It's not about the numbers. The only thing that matters is the alphabets. And we want to make sure, as a coaching staff, that we're putting our guys in the right situations to go out there and have success, to give ourselves a chance to come away with a victory. Yes, ideally, we would love to run the ball better. But when it's all said and done with, if we're giving ourselves a chance and putting ourselves in the right positions to be successful, also, we need to make sure that we're doing the little things that's going to help us to secure that W.
I do get that, Coach, but when you look at it, though, and, if your offense is scoring quickly and the defense is on the field giving them long drives, you put them right back out there, and then, the team can come back down, have a 14, 50-play drive, and score on them again. I mean, that's kind of putting the defense at a disadvantage, don't you think?
Well, I thought we did a great job of driving the length of the field a few times. I thought our guys demonstrated tremendous patience. I thought this was probably Pat's most patient game. He just took exactly what they gave him And the thing I thought our guys did, they were basically matriculating the football down the field. And when it's all said and done with, like I said, when that game got in the critical time, we were expecting to win. But an unfortunate situation happened. You know, kudos to them. They did a hell of a job. They did a great job of doing what they needed to do. They got the strip. Now, hey, we pick up the pieces. We keep chopping wood, and we go back to work.
Eric, with that being said, the Ravens didn't blitz as much as previous years. I just wonder how much of adjustment did you guys have to make in the game to recognize that they weren't blitzing much? And is that a trend that you guys may have to look forward to for the remainder of the year, given how successful Pat is against the blitz?
So going into that game, obviously you're always preparing for what an opponent can present that can probably present more issues than anything. But also, too, there's also contingency plans. All right, what if they just line up and play just a shell, just a zone defense the whole entire game? Our guys were prepared for everything, and especially these early portion of the season, because you never know what teams are going to show you. So you want to make sure that you're covering all your bases, that you have all your contingency plans lined up. Like I said, I thought our guys did a great job of maximizing the opportunities when presented. It was just a few opportunities that we left out there on the table that came back and bit us. And in those type of games, you can't turn the football over. We have to take better care of the football. That way, we'll give ourselves the opportunity to come away victorious in those close games.
The fumble aside, just discounting that for a second, why hasn't Clyde had more of an impact in his year plus that he's been here?
Well, I mean, this is what, week 3? It's week 3? And I'm not trying to be. Yeah. But I thought as a rookie, with the exception of the injury, I thought he had a pretty good year. And obviously he came back and fought his way back to make it back to play in the Super Bowl. But you got to understand, Adam, this is the NFL, and we've done some things over the past few years that has put us in position to where everybody, when we're playing them, this is their Super Bowl. And every game is going to be tough. That's what I love about being in this position, because our guys are very, very competitive. And so they go out and compete and fight, but they also understand the importance of playing for one another. If anything, okay, I guarantee you, regardless of that fumble, Clyde, regardless of what his stats were, the only thing he would want is the victory. And so that's what makes this team special. That's what makes these guys special. That's what makes us as an organization special. It's the unselfishness, okay? Because we don't care about the numbers. The only thing that matters is the alphabets. But we need to make sure that we're taking care of the little things that give ourselves that chance to be successful in when those opportunities are presented. Okay? All right. Y'all take care.